I'm up in the eave of the west side where we're going to have that barn hoist, hay hoist. There's a thicker name for it, I can't remember what it is right now. But anyways, to support that, I'm having to cut holes in my sheeting. And then these are 8-foot 2x6s. So they're sticking out 5 foot from the end, and then the peak will probably go a little bit farther. So let's just say that'll stick out about 6 feet. My overhang is a foot, so make the look come back to 5 feet. The difficulty I'm having right now is I've got that leveled, that I nailed in, got my spacers in there correctly, but the problem is that this whole thing will shift back and forth. Not much, maybe a ½ inch. You can see that gap right there. So that's going to determine or keep it from being perfectly 90 degrees off the outside of the building. So I'm trying to figure out now exactly how to get that perfectly straight, and I'm not coming up with any good solutions. So I got it level, I just don't have it square for the outside. Piecing this together, it's slow when you're trying to figure this out. Natalie's on a walk with the girls, so I have no one to cut pieces and hand up to me, so it's constantly measuring, running all the way down there, cutting back up the ladder through here, measuring, going back down, cutting again. So I'm trying to do, as many pieces as I can at a time. I think Barry's going to come out and he can start cutting stuff for me. But then when I get to the outside, I'll cut all those, get that straight. So here's my 5-foot extension coming out. So my plan is I will sheet under here or do something decorative and then put a rail under it and hang off the end the pulley that's used to lift the hay up. So typically it would lift the hay up that there'd be a door right here which would fall down, and this would be able to slide back in to drop the hay into the upper part of the barn. So I've gone ahead and put these on 16-inch centers just to be normal. I got to put one in there still, and then the end I'm leaving open right now until I figure out how my roof will collide into there. And then I'm going to come down, that kind of sticks out 5 feet. Here's my 5-foot marker right there, so I should have a perfect triangle going out. And then I'll have to custom cut each one of these rafters to come out and tie into it. And then I'll most likely take where that is, the seam on the window, and have a 45-degree support coming up into the window as well, or into the whatever we call these things, just for extra added support. It'd be cool if I could do something wrought iron, that'd be awesome. So what I've done is I got my 9-incher right there. I did the same thing on this run. You do the first one and the last one, and you run a string in between it, and I'll measure from my nailer here out. And the reason why I'm doing that is I know each one's going to be a little bit different. On this stretch, they were all different. They got bigger as it came up. On this one, I think it's going to bow in and then come right back out again. So I've got to measure 6. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I got to figure out my angled piece here, and then I'll do these other ones. And then once that's in, I'll sheet it and then switch over to the other side. Try and block the sun with my head, my hat. There we go. So I've got, try and get up here a little bit where you can see it. I got most of this built. There we go, that's better. So I still have to put some braces across between here and here, and this is leaning down just about 1/4 of an inch, and so when I tack it in on each side, I'll level it and then nail it in, and then I'll put another probably 1 or 2 back through here, and then I've got these 2 top pieces to put in still, which come all the way out. Now right now I got this lined up for a flat end. I don't really like that. I'd rather have it come to a point. So to do that, I would have to run these pieces out farther, and then just plan this outside. The ref seal that's going to come along here would come out to a point, is all I can think of. doing right now. That would actually take it. So these are sticking out 5 feet. If I come out to the point, we're going to be out close to 6 feet off of the house. I got that side ready to go for sheeting. I don't know why I cut that. It ended up a little off. That's kind of weird. I know these are off because it's a little bit more than 45 degrees and I can't, my saw won't go 45, but as long as I got it tacked in, I'm comfortable with that. So anyways, I'm going to try and get these cross braces in and then level it, and then maybe start some sheeting up on this side before the day's over with. And I may scratch my head on this top part until tomorrow. But strength wise, I mean, it's got some movement to it a little bit, but like I said, I'm going to have a support come up from the bottom 45 up to there, something decorative. I want to show you a cool trick with a square. So I'm trying to figure out what this angle is right here. So if I set my square in there, I'm going to raise this up with my little bullet level here until it is level right there. And I am at 26 degrees. So I'll go down and cut that at 26. Okay, let's just show that worked. There's my cut, 26 degrees. Pretty darn perfect, wouldn't you say? 26 degrees. Well, I think it's done. It's different. I've never seen it with a flat end on it, but it's growing on me. I go up a little higher, but my lift seems to be out of power again. So we have a charger hooked up to it pretty much all day while I'm using it. But I only have one battery on there, so it runs out fairly quick. But I leave it charged all night, and in the morning I can get about 6 hours out of it before it starts crapping out, as long as the charger's hooked up. The other charger hooked up, I get about maybe 2 hours tops. But around here, so there it is. And I went ahead and got this soffit all built and ready to start on that side now. It's tomorrow night's rain. It'd be nice if I could get at least over that window. I was planning on, that's a little bump out in the stairs there, and I was planning on getting the tub through there for the second floor, at least in the girls' bathroom, because it's a 4-foot shower. And it's not going to fit up the stairs, but I can get it through that window opening. So I may, at least I think I could get the overhang on. It wouldn't be a big deal. But there's a lot of water that comes in there, so it's nice to get that done. Anyways, it doesn't look bad. I mean, we're close to being halfway done with the soffits. I just have this whole side and the back other side and 16 foot on the far end. I guess there's that deck area over the pump room that's a little extra. But anyways, we're thinking that maybe out here, if we wanted to come to a point, we would just do some type of wrought iron thing, just weld something together. It looks kind of nice. I hope it doesn't weigh a whole lot and hang it off the end. It'd be kind of cool. But structure wise, I mean, I stood on it and it's not going anywhere. We'll see what happens in the long run. But I got plenty of braces and stuff up in there. Sydney saw it and she goes, "Why'd you put a ladder sticking out the side of the building?" Because the way it's built. But I got some custom pieces I had to do a lot of fidgeting and cutting with to get it to work right. But I don't know, I think it's pretty good. So it's coming together. But we're going to have several days of rain coming up. And I've got to go pick up the septic tank, so that'd be probably a good time to do that. Tomorrow night's rain, the next day's rain, the next day's rain. Not rain all day, but you know, I can't work down in this. It's going to turn into slop. So which means the only thing I'd be able to do is on the other side I can get probably a little bit of work done on that soffits area while it's wet. But this whole back area is just a sloppy mud pit, and I've waited a few days for it to dry out, so I probably won't be able to do this back side. If I can get this out to there, that's about 25 feet or so. If I can get that done tomorrow, and then on the back side over there I can work while the rain's going during the breaks and stuff. Anyways, doesn't look too bad. Wish I could get up higher so I can
Like
show you what it looks like.
Look at that, Daddy. It's like a mini whirlwind on the window.
There's a tornado on our window. It's chasing us.
Maybe I should roll the window down right now.
Yeah, no. Don't roll down the window. It's so cool.
Yesterday it pretty much just rained all day, so I didn't get a chance to work on that at all. I'm planning on finishing that up. Show you how much rain we... This barrel was empty, so it's about, I don't know, 4 inches from the top. That's how much rain we got yesterday. But I'm hoping to, since I can't get over here, it's just too muddy, I'm going to work on finishing up this soffit, and I should be able to get all the way up and all up to the peak, and stay on relatively solid ground over here. So that's my goal, is to today finish up this and get it sheeted, maybe get this side going, and then the next several days are sun's supposed to come back out. It's supposed to warm back up. It's about 63 right now, I think. We're supposed to get up to what, upper 70s. All right, bud. So had a couple meetings this morning, and that slowed me down too. It's noon right now, but I should be able to get that taken care of. This corner's messed up a little bit, so I'm hoping we won't run into too many problems. Actually, I can't work on that because I don't have any 2x4s left. So I guess if I can find enough wood to get a rafter there and maybe one in the middle, I should be able to take this 20-footer out, and then I can use that to cut up for some more rafters. So I'll probably end up going that route. And then here on the end, when I cut these out, that'll give me 2 more rafters there. So I can probably piece it together until my lumber gets here later today. Usually they get here around 4 to 5. Sometimes they'll get here until after that. But get that drawn or get that done up, and then on the inside I can do some work in there too, putting in a wall and adding some more nailers and things. But September 11th today, so it's always a solemn day, but life goes on and gotta keep moving forward. So it's getting starting to get cold, so I gotta get this thing wrapped up. So hopefully with this next week of sun, I can get it the roof on. Once I get the roof on, I don't have to worry about water getting in this top area here, and I can go ahead and should be able to insulate all this and get the outside wrapped up there. With all that rain, I've still got some leaks, and I have no clue where they're coming from. We talked about this before, but you can easily see inside where a leak should be on the outside, but then I get on the roof and look around and I can't see anything. The tape all seems pressed down really good. None of my nail holes are exposed. I just don't know where this water is coming from. It's completely confusing. But you can see I only got this little section here, and then done with the soffits. And then I've got to move up and put the cupolas on top, and then I should be able to get the roof in. So if all goes well, that will all be done this week. This next week, it's Friday right now, so that'll all be done by the end of this next week, and then I can get the roofer scheduled for the week after that and finally get a roof on this thing, which would be wonderful, because that will solve any of the water leaks coming inside. But we shouldn't have any rain between now and then, I hope. And we can work on other projects. We got the windows coming in a month. The door should be in by then too, so we can get it all dried in, and then hopefully during that time period we can work on our electrical and plumbing and anything in the outside walls, so we can get the insulation blown in, and we can get our solar panels on as well. But winter's coming. I get this wrapped up.